King back in the day probably portrayed them as being, you know, really dumb, submissive, really bad hunters. They're just scavengers, you know, and they just laugh hysterically because, well, they laugh at anything, you know. Hi, how you doing? Hi. Oh, so her burping at me, like if I did that to you guys probably slap me. That's actually a good thing. Hi, how you doing? Hi. So these guys, so she's trying to say, hey Mike, can I have that piece of chicken or I'll rip it out of your hand? Kind of what she's trying to say. How you doing, girl? How you doing? You want a piece? Good girl, you are gentle today. Did she even chew that? Did you guys see that? Just sucked it right in. Sucked it right down, just like I do with Slurpees all the time. They're great.
Just the bones and everything?
They do. They're actually great hunters, like that movie portraying the Lion King, them being pretty bad hunters. They pretty much were submissive to lions. This spotted hyena right here, the largest out of all the subspecies. There's a couple other types of hyenas out there. These are the ones that laugh, and these are the ones that are about twice the size of all the other ones. These are the ones you guys probably see portrayed on wildlife channels and stuff like that. These guys are great hunters. Now, what makes them so great is they have really long wind systems. What I mean by is they're distance runners. So they actually wear out their prey. They're not super fast though. You go like high 20s maybe, way faster than me. But they wear out their prey. They sustain 20 miles an hour for about 3 hours. Do you guys see another hyena back there?
Yeah.
Do you?
We're on the fence over to the
That's the boy right there. Chitabi! Chitabi! Is your boyfriend coming over? Oh, there he is. He heard the call. So that laugh right there, that sign right there, that little laugh she did, that's kind of an aggressive tone, her telling me, give me that meat, that's mine. So that's basically a war cry. So their jaw power is really impressive. So for being about 130 pounds, their jaw pressure, whoop, there you go. Their jaw pressure is about 3 to 4 times more powerful than a Rottweiler's jaw. Imagine that. How you doing? Look at all these funny people. I don't know. So you guys notice I dropped that in there. So he saw it, he wanted, I had possession of it, he's laughing at me, threatening to me that I'm gonna get that piece of meat. So if I try to, okay, all right. So basically he already claimed it. So I'm gonna be gentle to him, I'm gonna give him that piece. That's a pretty good sized piece right there. So really cold, this would probably give you guys brain freeze. Watch how fast this dude eats this right here. Oh, okay. Gotta rip it through.
Oh my god.
Keep going, keep going. There we go. Oh man. Look at that. Inhale. Gone. Good job, buddy. Good job. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, for being about 130 pounds, have real extreme jaw power. They keep up with lions in terms of jaw power, even larger grizzly bears and stuff. Real similar. So their teeth are really dull. Really dull. So they're meant for actually chomping bones, unlike a lot of sharper canines like the big cats. They hunt a little bit differently. They pretty much can grab and start anywhere they want on the carcass. So they'll eat like right through a giraffe's big femur bone, that big leg bone. They bite right through it. Just so much power, and they can eat it. And actually, technically what she's doing to him, what we call that in the animal world, is disgusting. So it happens all the time. So they are pretty powerful. You guys just keep going. You want this? So they do get smaller treats like this throughout the day. They get anywhere from about 3 small little treats like this a day. They get fed 3 bigger meals a week. 3 bigger meals. There you go.
So are there going to be baby hyenas?
I sure hope so. Good question. Good question. I hope so because out of all the animals here out of Africa, pretty much about 70% of them are rescues, about 65 to 70%. So we try to get them from overcrowded zoos, wildlife parks and stuff first. We actually bought these guys from Africa a long time ago from a reserve. So it was like somebody's privately owned animals out there in Africa. So these two actually came to us years ago. They were real small. He's 15, he's 19, she's 15. They will live to be about twice that. They'll live to be in their early 30s, maybe mid. That's pretty good. That's really good. Now they can breed. We are letting them do that because they are healthy and they're not related. So believe it or not, there's a lot of places that have related cousin animals, tigers and stuff like that, lion cousins. They may, and they will in captivity. So we know that these guys will be hopefully pretty healthy if she gives us a little litter, maybe one, maybe two if we're seriously lucky, but one's about a good average for us. So we're hoping for it. I just don't think that she fancies him that much. So I'll be honestly, yeah. He's not very romantic, and something you ladies are gonna like, the female is in charge of everything. Everything. The male has almost no say in anything. So exactly. So the male is literally on a pedestal about this high. Actually, it's below my shoe. It's way down there. So it's super low. So you ladies decide when they can hunt, breed, sleep, bathe, play, all that fun stuff. The woman lets them know when to do all that stuff. So it kind of sucks for us guys, honestly. But that's the way it is in their society. And the female is generally larger. About maybe 5 to 10 pounds larger on average. So she's.
Can you make one do the full howl? The
Whoop. Like the whoop noise?
The scream that they make?
No. Nope, just the laugh. That's the only thing that they will do because I have a bucket of meat. Yeah, they see that and they want it. They do quite a few different calls out there. The whoop and the scream are pretty cool. They all have different meanings, but that laugh is usually what people love to hear. Sometimes they won't do it though. Sometimes they're full and they don't want that meat. They could care less. But typically the boy will always do it because, well, he gets all the leftovers. She gets everything first. So I like to kind of even it out when we're up here with the female. So. Oh, I know. There you go. It's just one little piece. Where's buddy? Okay. That all we're getting? Yeah, usually the female's not too talkative because she pretty much gets everything she wants. She's just used to it. So, sounds familiar, ladies, right? It's like human marriage. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. So we don't go in with them, unfortunately. Actually, fortunately for me, thank you. They're not domesticated in any way. So about the only things they know are their names. So that's about it. They're not forced to do anything. A lot of our animals you'll see kind of doing stuff. They know their names. They don't know commands or anything. They just know what a bucket of food looks like, and they love the interaction. But these two, we just don't get in with them. The female is very smart. She would probably never let us leave. Not for affection reasons. We'd probably be their food. So we don't go in there with them. After about a year of raising the female, it was kind of a decision like, we want to survive, okay? So we're gonna step out, so. Yeah, we still go in with our lions and tigers and bears.